I'll tell you about my first crush. My first crush, like everyone, right? Like every other queer kid, they'll tell you this. Their first crushes were actually their teachers. Feels weird having like to carry the microphone around as if like you're a MC or whatever. Just gonna be from the back of my head, so nothing is scripted or anything. I'm just gonna say it. The other day I was just sitting looking at my videos and my photos when I was younger and all that. Growing up as a queer in a small town, it was pretty much hectic. I didn't even know that I was until I came to Joburg, and until I went to like big towns, and then I was like, oh, I am that. So it was quite like funny looking at my photos. Today's topic, I'm gonna talk about growing up as a queer or gay woman in a small town. Yeah, it was very challenging. I never really experienced any challenges, to be honest. I'm not gonna be out here and say I was like in front, like in a struggle, like killing the police, like fighting the police, like the police are killing our people right now. But that's a topic for another day. But anyway, growing up queer was really weird in a small town because first and foremost, I didn't even know that I was queer. To be honest, I didn't know that I was gay. There were pieces and pieces that really made like kind of like gave it away, but still it was very hard. I only realized I was gay like when I was like 20, like in after varsity. It was like 21 when I was in drama school. Everyone should be an actor, that's how you learn. I'm kidding. But anyway, and then doing that, there was a girl that I kissed, and also girls used to ask me out. It was weird because she asked me out, I didn't know what that meant, and the other day a friend kissed me, and then it all made sense. I was gay. Hey, I was still also attracted to men though, but it was like that thing of not even having sex with them, because yeah, that was actually a very difficult part. Having sex with men, it was difficult. So I don't know, like I always knew that I was gay from the first time. The first time I was kissed by a girl, I knew that I was gay. But growing up, I didn't know, because I mean, like my mom used to say my uncle is gay, but also my uncle used to say he doesn't identify as a gay man. So this is the point I want to put out there. Just because someone looks gay does not mean that they're gay. Also, how does a gay person look and all that, that's very subjective. But what I'm saying is, stop making other kids to go out or to come out if they're not ready to come out, or maybe if they're not gay. But in other words, well, someone helped me to come out because she kissed me and I realized that I was gay. But also growing up in the hood, it was kind of like weird because my town was like very small, and I went to Christian school, going to church every Wednesday, and also I didn't know I was gay. I mean, like we have life orientation, but even if we have life orientation, like literally the school system always emphasize like man and woman as parents. Like they never really emphasize gay parents and stuff, and that needs to change, because I feel like our kids grow up and they don't even know like themselves more. I'm not blaming the school though, because it was all over TV and everything, but still I didn't even know. During high school, I remember this girl, she was like, yo, I'm gay. I was like, you mean happy as in like Shakespeare or what? And she laughed. I was into poetry that time, so I thought she meant that, but she actually meant that like she's gay, but I didn't know. So it was like, oh, okay. So there were many things, like there were many points that people kind of like. Also, I didn't really like hanging out with girls. and like I didn't hang out with girls. I used to be in my room and just drawing and reading, and I was a loner. So also that maybe made me more of a late bloomer than I should have been, because I was not really the one of the cool kids. I was always like in my room unless I had to go and dance. I loved dancing, I loved art, I I used to be a rapper. Man, but I feel like I'm about to just give you guys my archiving. But yeah, and then it changed, of course. It's now you can see I'm more of a videographer. All these things kind of build up, but everything ties up to my sexuality. Don't get me wrong, physically I look like feminine sometimes. I have very feminine features, like I have curves, I have that. Also, that can also in a gay community, that also kind of like, some girls, I'm gonna be honest, some girls don't like tomboys who have those things. So it was sort of like one of my insecurities also. Maybe that's why I didn't think that I was gay. Yeah, so it kind of like can give you like insecurities. Also growing up as a tomboy, it's quite weird, because also some people would want to change a girl who seems to be gay. They would want to turn them into straight girls, like corrective stuff, correcting rapes and stuff. So, and also it's weird because my mom could identify that my uncle was gay, but she couldn't identify me. Well, right now she knows I'm gay because I came out, but coming out also was very hard because I only came out like last year and I'm quite old. So it was really hard, but I'm out here. And also being in a small town, I'll say that don't be discouraged to be in a small town and try to get all these things that the city girls get, because when you're in small town you get to grow, you get to be who you want to be. No one is like giving you so much pressure because you're not exposed to a lot of things that are out there, and this gives you a chance to like grow as a person and your character. And yeah, so being in a small town is not really a bad thing. I've just learned that growing up in a small town was a bit challenging, because even now in big towns there are groups where they help kids, like people who are queer, like Queer Well, Whole Africa, there are groups. And you're also exposed to like festivals, gay prides. That's what I mean. There's so much support in big towns, but in small towns there's no support. I wish I could go to like small town and just help those kids who are in small towns, because I feel like they deserve more, but I can't. I don't have those resources. But if you're in small town, I'm just saying, don't feel discouraged to like really like, don't say that, oh, I'm in a small town, I'm supposed to be straight. No, like, you can be whatever you want to be, but I'm saying don't feel bad or discouraged if you are a late bloomer too. I'm a late bloomer. I always tell people that, and I don't care if you look at me differently tomorrow or you unsubscribe to my channel. I don't care. But I did this video for kids who really who feel like lost, kids who feel like they are alone, kids who don't know where they are. I'm just making this video to say to them that it's okay. And also women who found out later in their marriages that they're actually gay, they're not straight. I'm doing this for them, because some people find out very late in their stages, later in their lives, that they're actually not straight, and it's still okay. There's no such thing as age and knowing exactly when you should be this and that. We learn about ourselves and about things every day. So if you find out late in your like 30s or 40s that you actually gay, at least you found out. Some people die not knowing. Don't feel discouraged. Even if you're in some big town and you just found out later that you actually gay, at least you found out. And if you're going through the most right now as a young woman in a small town, not knowing who to turn to or not knowing what to do because you're gay and no one around you is. But right now things changed. People are now smarter. Maybe when I was there and back then I was like, things were not like this same like this. Right now I see a lot of kids who know exactly where they stand and they are able to get help. But me, it was very difficult because, like I said, I'm old. I don't want to tell you guys how old I am, but I'm old, very old. So it was quite hard. But we came a long way, and I'm so happy that we're here. Yeah.